Hello, my name is Kyle.
I'm Matt.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
This is Tony.
And we're Pseudo Adults. Hello and welcome to episode 191 of the Pseudo Adults podcast. Happy 2024, everyone.
2024.
Oh, yeah. We're there. Everyone's thrilled.
So happy.
Absolutely.
Who's getting the
Another
first
year,
sex
another trauma.
android? What? Somebody said something. I don't know.
Another year, another trauma.
Oh,
That's a
Adding to my book, the book
you're
of
the-
life, the book of traumas.
You're the AI takes over.
If you just expect nothing going in, and you expect zero going in, you'll never get disappointed coming out. That's what she said.
Oh.
That's right. And you can subscribe to Pseudo Adults anywhere you find podcasts. You can follow me on XX.
XXX.
oh man, that's.
I only said two. You added the third.
Oh.
You can play it back.
Okay.
Pseudo XX. X.
What? Oh, us. So you like?
Us,
Do you like entertainment on the YouTubes? Do you like?
There's more than one.
Do you, yeah. Do you like?
It's 2024, Tony.
Oh,
Do you
yeah, I
like
forgot.
giving videos thumbs down? Well, don't come to our channel if you're doing that. We see you on there. We see you giving us thumbs down every occasionally. It's not cool. If you come to our
Also-
channel, give us a thumbs up and give us $1 or something, please. It helps us make cool entertainment like this. Do you see this face? You want to upset this face? Give $1. Don't take $1. Don't thumbs down.
If you thumbs down, I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna do some.
Rachel's going to cancel your gym membership.
I'm gonna find you and cancel all your memberships. You can log on to Netflix and be like, "Why don't I have an account anymore?" It's me. You have to redo everything.
She's a subscription hacker. She can do it.
I work in magical ways.
They don't call her the canary for nothing. She can mimic every voice.
Silent, silent but deadly.
That's Rachel's nickname is the canary.
I come in your house and I go, cancel all your memberships.
Oh my god, that's definitely the person calling up about
Undo the thumbs down. Oh, God.
I'm gonna find you. I'll find your screen. I'll find your name on YouTube, and I'll track you down from there.
She'll cancel
All
your
your
YouTube
information-
Red too.
I'll leak it to X. All your information.
Wow.
You know, you're mean. You're a meanie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that.
Ah, no subscription for you.
The subscription Nazi?
No
I
subscription
didn't
for
want to
you.
say it, but that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, that's what it is. You can if you can't handle the responsibility of hitting the like or the dislike button, then I'm gonna have to take it away from you and cancel your YouTube Plus. You
Wow.
don't deserve it. Okay, we're done.
All right. Thanks for the episode, everyone. Tony?
Yeah, if you're a pop culture fan, you want to level up in life, check out Inner Warrior. And if you're trying to get into an IT career, check out Inner Tech Warrior.
Very good. So obviously the holiday season is basically come and gone at this point. It's time to go back to work, everyone. Oh,
I love it. Yeah.
Baby, she loves it.
I'm gonna cry.
So obviously I need to know because it already happened. What'd you get each other for Christmas?
Dildos.
Stuff.
Yeah?
I actually had something in my stocking. You know how that meme is going around that guys don't put anything in their wife's stocking because the wives fill up the stockings
What about their wings?
for everything? I got something in my stocking and I was like, wow.
The Great American Challenge? Oh.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
Some
see?
people don't. Some people like who have like a ton of kids. They're like the wife fills up all the stockings and then Christmas Day they look and there's nothing in their stocking because they're the one filling up the stocking.
Yeah.
So
Damn right.
yeah, because nobody ever thinks about it.
Yeah, so that's happened to me.
You're like, there you go.
Put stuff in your stocking?
No. I definitely didn't fill up Gianna's stockings before. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that we're actually going to fill them. I thought it's just
Every
like
year.
we put them up, they look nice. And
little
she's like,
tiny
no,
things
we're
in there.
filling these.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
It's like trick or treat. It's like Christmas trick or treat. You look in a little sock and you're like, oh shit, there's a ton of shit in there.
Yeah, I also didn't know that the stocking was supposed to be filled
Oh, yeah.
until like
So I was like,
recently.
look at this TikTok.
Yeah, and I was like,
Guy
oh
didn't
man.
build his wife's stocking.
I only had one year where I had a stocking, not even filled. I was like, I want to have a stocking. And then my family went out and did it. We all got stockings and had a little thing. And then that was it for the rest of our lives.
I only,
Oh, wow, all right.
I only had stuff in my stocking other than your parents' house. At my parents' house when I lived there. When I stopped living there, I stopped getting a stocking because I don't deserve the stocking because I don't live there.
I will
So
give you
actually,
and
they
Matt
gave
both a
me the
stocking.
stocking.
You guys both have
Thank you.
post-traumatic stocking
Yes.
disorder.
They actually gave me my stocking and said, "Here, you could use." I went. It's like, so you're disowning me from this family? You're just
my
giving me
God.
back my stocking? I was like,
But like you're saying, you have a current stocking, right?
Yeah.
Did you get to pick out it yourself?
Yes.
Is there any theme to it?
yes.
Is it Harley
From
Quinn?
all I know, it is. I'm pretty sure it's Baby Grogu.
Whoa.
To be honest,
really?
I have a Baby Grogu stocking. Tony has a Spider-Man one, and Axel does Axel. What Axel is a
paw
dog.
print or something?
No, it's a dog one or something.
Cool.
Yeah. He even got stuff in his stocking. this year.
Aw.
He got a present too.
Who did it?
It's me.
Yeah.
She
I get
gets
all the
them, I
dogs.
get the what?
Yeah.
I get every pet in my immediate family because I'm like, they also deserve gifts. They've been the best.
Sure.
They don't do anything bad other than relative compared.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Come
they
back.
mold the mailman. Who cares?
He smells like a billion different houses. He smells like everyone's house. That was my favorite joke from that movie. He smells like everybody's houses. I don't trust him. A little bit of everybody.
Mine is like a Scottish like plaid stocking.
Oh.
Yeah. But then it's also green, white, and red, which is the Italian color.
Ooh, I like that.
But the important thing from like growing up till now, like I always had like a stocking growing up, but it was like as you know, Americans get larger, my stocking had to get larger, so it's like we got to get like big ol' morbidly obese American stockings.
They're like sleeping bags.
Yeah, basically, I just put myself in it most nights.
I have a stocking from I want to say 1995 or something like that, or 7.
Balto
that was
stocking?
from Disney, and it's giant, and it has my brother and my name in like sewn into it, but it's from it says Walt Disney World from Florida.
From the
we
man
went there
himself.
during Thanksgiving, I think, one year. So we had like dinner with the princesses and stuff, but we got to experience the Christmas Disney, which is a cool Disney twice.
Damn.
Me and you,
2 times.
and then one other time. So
I've never been to Disney.
I've been to Disney like 4 times
Damn. 4 times.
because my uncle would go there every year with his kids. So every year,
Damn.
my
I've
uncle
been
would go.
once.
Wow.
Yeah. So he'd be like,
I don't
"Hey,
think
you
I
guys
ever need
wanna
to go
come?"
again.
He's like, "We can get a bigger room and split the cost." That's probably the only reason why I went that many times.
I want to go one day and taste magic.
It's expensive.
Oh, well, I mean, you give that to me every Tuesday, Friday, Sunday.
Sounds like you've been to Disney.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go to California Disney. That's
Oh,
really bad.
Disneyland?
Yeah,
It's not big enough for the
I know.
world like Florida.
I know. It's not big enough for the big enough.
Yeah,
When are they
everything's
going to
bigger
open
in
up the
Florida.
Gator Kingdom?
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Just got mauled
Yeah,
to
save
death.
some money. Just make it part of the attraction.
Yeah, really.
Remember that?
Throw your
Well,
kids in at your own risk.
did you ever see that they had the water park that was canceled because everybody was getting horrible flesh and like brain-eating bacteria?
Because they're in a swamp.
yeah.
What do you expect? You're little,
Shrek
and then
kept jizzing in the water and giving
is that
them-
a good idea? Because when you have a
Amoeba.
water
It's amoeba.
park, there's going to be crocodiles that 100% sneak in there and hang out there. Like we already had an issue with Disney and a crocodile, so like, or an alligator or one of them.
Cartoons fucked up swamps for me.
Yeah.
Because I see Disney World, and I don't think it's a swamp.
Yeah.
But it is.
It is
Yep.
very much a swamp.
Because in my brain, the only swamps are like the cartoon bayou swamps
Yeah.
that are like
like Louisiana.
Yeah.
Princess and the Frog.
yeah.
Yeah.
Louisiana, even those don't necessarily look like the ones that they show you. Like we went on the boat when we were in New Orleans. And it was not really like trees weren't covering everything. It was literally like a dirty river, right?
Yeah,
It's a dirty river with alligators and crocodiles
With
in
big
it.
old reptiles, dinosaurs.
And
And
little
you wouldn't even be able to see them.
marshmallows.
They weren't, marshmallows. They hovered it over. They like marshmallows
yes.
because they simulate eggs. So they're like marshmallows, and you don't even see them until like the guy's like, wait, and he pulls out the pole and goes tap 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 on the one, and then they're like, and then you're like, This is why you don't go swimming in that water.
Yeah.
But
I got a coat for Christmas. Yeah.
did? That's
Is it the Santa Claus?
Oh my god. Yeah. Did Santa die at your house?
You put on his coat?
so far.
Did die or die it?
Both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So far, I got in my stocking because I was allowed to open one because I had to work yesterday and I had to work way later than I was supposed to.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's cool. So I was allowed to open one gift on Christmas Eve.
Whoa.
And it was, I don't know if anybody's seen it. I get ads all the time for this.
Ooh,
I want it
targeted.
so bad. Yeah, very
Bad
targeted.
Dragon?
It was the jumpsuit, the TikTok jumpsuit, where it like, it's very nice. It's one solid set, and it has, it's like flare pants at the bottom. It's very nice. It's like, it snatches your body.
Whoa.
It like is like body
It's like Spanx.
Body
or something.
forming?
kinda. Yeah, it's body forming for all shapes and sizes and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds comfortable.
It is, and it's like silky soft. It's like, and it doesn't give you camel toe and nothing.
Oh!
It really matters.
That's
It
a
does
selling
matter.
point.
It does
Get
matter.
first, everybody.
It does
No
matter
moose
though.
knuckles.
Yeah.
It does matter because when things are like tighter, it does matter.
Yeah, no, big time. That's what happens a lot with like jeggings and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Spanx.
Yeah.
What, all the stuff that's
Yeah.
Spanx.
It's like there's a vacuum down there and it goes.
Yeah, it like slurps up the
Yeah.
pants. It's like, I'm down here too. And it's like, what?
That's what you have to be like, whoa.
Listen,
Yeah,
you
no,
gotta
but
stay
it's
down
good.
there. You can't be creeping out.
I really wanted it, so I got it.
Looks like Homer's lips.
So things like that, like I've never really worn anything like tight because it doesn't like look good, and I was just like, isn't it like harder to breathe? No.
Because it's like like it's stretchy material. So
Yeah, but
no,
which is stretchier, that or your lungs? I guess
That.
I guess that.
my lungs not so much. But I've worn like for when we went to like Ren fairs, like corsets and stuff. So the difference between tight and tight, I like corset tight. But corsets actually
Having perspective.
help your like it made
Body
my
form
back
a little bit.
No, it made my back feel
Oh, yeah, it's
better.
kind of like a back brace.
Like it actually, I was like, everybody should be standing like this. Why isn't everybody their posture like this?
Oh, but technically, like wearing back braces weakens your back because you're not using your muscles then.
Exactly, but it felt really good for a hot minute not to
Yeah,
use
it
my
does.
back muscles. But so this is more like comfortable, lay around. You're good. Everything's good. You can wear stuff over it. It's not as tight, but I've been in tight
Whip out your
like
snuggie.
pants and stuff where you're like,
Oh my god.
or you can't like you're like I can't do it. I can't do it. No, if it can't make it past my leg, I'm sorry. It's not gonna fit the rest. Right here, I can't. It's not gonna fit the rest of my body. I'm like, sorry. It's only this is the good part. So
Okay.
yeah.
Gianna got me a Lambo.
Whoa!
Oh.
Is it the Rambo Lambo?
No, but I'm gonna
Shit.
lose my house.
She
that
sold
the
her
worst
house for a
case?
Lambo.
Question.
I mean, the
Did
Lambo.
you drive the Lambo into the house?
I did.
Is that why it's beeping out there right there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh. Ooh.
yeah, I'm gonna have to move.
Oh, okay.
And-
Into the Lambo?
Yes. And and I don't have enough money to
Pay the insurance on the Lambo?
no, even sleep in that car.
Oh, okay.
It makes me feel too poor.
Hate you.
Like it just makes me feel like a homeless guy locked up. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But
It'll do
people
that.
see me in the Lambo and they try to steal the car.
Right.
So.
I got my wife a Lambo too.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
What the fuck, Tony?
Oh shit!
I see everybody else gets Lambos.
I just got these fucking pants.
Fucking this whole bodysuit. I could be driving a Lamborghini
In the ball body.
in the bodysuit.
With no camel toe.
No camel toe in
None
sight.
whatsoever.
None at all. No camel toe in sight.
Yeah, but you don't know how you're gonna sit in this car. Maybe it does bring out the.
Doesn't matter. I could be sitting in this car naked and it would be better. I would sit in this car naked. It's that expensive. I'm sure the seats are like smooth and nice.
They're basically clothes.
They're basically being in a car is like wearing clothes.
It is. It's like wearing a
On
mech
top of
suit.
you. If anybody wants to look, that's their problem. When the officer pulls me over, the thing will go down and be like,
Yeah.
the problem? What
You
is
can't
the
pull me
problem?
over. I'm a transformer.
You can't pull me over. I'm a car. I am the car.
And I already am pulled over because I crashed into Alex's house.
Crashed
Yeah.
into his house.
It's
Naked.
really hard.
Two Lambos in my
It's really difficult to drive.
It's very hard, very fast.
It's like a double
That's
mint
what she
gum
said.
commercial.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you get insurance.
Duh, yeah.
Yeah.
And George would be like, "Why did you crash into your house?" You'd be like,
know,
"I was
what?
naked. I was naked. I was slippery. What were you I oiled myself up before I got in the car so I wouldn't."
Are you
ruin
in
the
court
seats."
right now in this scenario?
Yes.
I didn't.
Why are you naked right now in court?
Because it's freeing. Nobody can tell me. I was born like this, so obviously it's okay.
Your buns.
That's everyone.
Gravity begs to differ, but I look okay.
For
Pushing
Christmas,
everything
I got
down
a
the
crack in
ground.
my windshield.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
The best gift.
Oh.
Matthew.
I don't know how it happened either. I just walked out of work and it was like, oh, awesome, a crack in my windshield.
Somebody got really
Was it
mad at you,
Christmas?
Matt? Somebody
I guess.
was like,
Yeah, Santa. Santa Cole, he breaks your
He's like, "I'll
windshield
fucking
now.
find
That's
you."
the adult.
Call at it.
Here you go, you fucker. I'm like, oh, shit.
Toe, toe, toe.
Camel.
That's the name of the towing company.
Someone needs to get to answer those things. Okay. All right. So I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season, a wonderful New Year.
it was great.
We'll get
Fantastic.
back to it. All right.
I don't want to.
Oh, I meant the itinerary of like.
Okay.
Okay.
The meat and
I wanna
veg,
get back
not
to-
veg,
Let's
of the episode.
Vegetarian.
Although they do call them veggies if they're slipping out there. A vagina
Oh
wedgie.
my god.
What? It's a vagina wedgie.
That's what it is? You mean a thong?
What? Those? I guess that was.
A vagina wedgie? Yeah. It's a thong. Except it's more like your butt. But
It's everywhere with a thong.
it honestly,
Those things are disappearing. That's it.
They do.
It's one way or another, in one hole or both, going in.
getting it.
How did this start?
Good conversation. I don't know.
Conversation.
Good conversation.
Like a veggie.
State Farm is there.
Like a good neighbor, stay over there.
Oh,
You guys want to talk about the South Park special?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know that it was coming out.
They
till
like surprised
Mark
people.
texted, and it was just like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
out." I was like, "Oh,
They kind of
what?"
like they surprised people. Like they kind of like threw the advertisements when it came out.
There was advertisements? The only reason I found out was because
I follow
of...
a Facebook group.
whoa.
well,
Yeah.
the only reason I found out was because of the, you know, when you open up a browser and it has like news, and then one of the news articles was South Park. I'm like, what? What's going on with South Park? And then it's like, yeah, special just came out. I'm like,
Oh my
what?
God.
Yeah,
That's wild.
I found out because I follow a South Park group, and the group was like, "New episode out." New. I was like, "What the hell?" Okay, but we watched it, and this episode was about no spoilers, but it's about what did they call it? It wasn't Prime. It was
Oh, cred.
Cred.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cred, and all the kids had Cred in school, and they would carry around like 8 bottles of Cred.
You guys haven't seen it yet, right? And Alex, like we talked about, Alex knows more about this episode than I do, and I saw it. So I think it's kind of easy to keep it spoiler free because I guess if you know type
Yeah.
of deal.
So it was kids getting influenced by influencers and
That's what the episode was about. And then I guess
Generally.
the B plot was how
yes.
Randy reacts to like
only.
they're making how much money doing this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And the particular way in which he goes about it, which was hilarious.
It was so funny.
Fart bun?
No,
Damn.
that would have been smart though. Yeah,
It was. I really enjoyed the B plot a lot. Like, I was like, I love this.
it might have been the A plot. I don't even
I also,
know.
Yeah,
I
it
also
was like-
like the A plot because
Like flipping on
it
an ear
wasn't
microphone.
it wasn't one of the main characters that the A plot was following, which was nice to
I
see.
hope South Park then touches upon the new Twitch thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because the new Twitch meta, I think South Park would be able to handle really well. It's just people naked with fake censor bars over them to cover their private parts.
Oh.
And they're Twitch streaming like that. Mm-hmm. So
Wait, they're Twitch streaming naked but not naked? I'm
They
confused.
just have like a
some-
black rectangle.
censor bar over them.
Some of them were pretty naked, like no censor bar at all. There was one where the camera like cut off right above the boob.
Isn't that like there's like a strange thing going on right now? Like Twitch is like I would have thought it was always going to be not allowed. But apparently, it was like not allowed, then allowed, then now it's kind of gray or something like that.
Yeah, so it was. At first, it was not really. I guess TOS probably did say something about being naked, but it was just like chest up. You didn't see nipple. And then Twitch was like, well, that's art, so we allow this. And then people went to the extreme with it, and they're like, well, that's not allowed on our platform. And now it's this weird thing where, like, you have people streaming with big black censor bars over themselves. And we saw on Twitch so many, like, you just go to just chatting, and it's like
immediate.
Yeah, everywhere.
Like the first thing. And then you showed us Kick. And that one's also another place where this is proliferating.
Yeah,
and then
this is South Park fuel.
Yeah,
tuning into Twitch to watch you guys, it's just like it's like it shows like all the other people that are on right now before you hit like the tabs of people that you follow, and it's just like chest up stuff. I'm like, and then of course like they probably are trending because of that reason. That's why they're showing up on the front page of Twitch.
Right, that makes sense.
And then I watched that instead. I'm sorry, but that's Friday. I missed your stream. Sorry.
That's okay.
How many views did they get?
We thought you were on the X with all of the porn on there.
Yeah, there's also
Well, the comment section of anything. Yeah.
But from my understanding, this episode, do you know about the Logan Paul Prime stuff or no? Or you just
from what Rachel's told me about it.
okay?
Yeah.
So they did that like $500,000 gold bottle that they gave away, and they had the code where if you don't put in the code, it destroys the bottle. And there's one in London and one in the U.S.
I didn't hear about
that was their marketing thing for Prime, is because they sold basically more than Gatorade. And have you ever tried Prime?
No.
I heard it's real bad for you.
It's okay. So they have the energy and the hydration. The hydration one is really tasty.
Oh.
But you drink it and you're like, there's something wrong because it shouldn't be this good.
They put crack in it.
It tastes like there's crack in it. It is really, really tasty, but it's like there's no sugar or whatever it is. It's supposed to be a healthy drink, but it's like this has to have something in it that's making it like this. But yeah,
Nanobots
and crack.
Nanobots carrying crack.
I heard they were like getting sued or something because of some ingredient in it that wasn't like actually not healthy.
I haven't heard of that.
I don't know.
Red number 12.
Well, that actually California's slowly taking out banning stuff in that state that has red 25. I think like I forgot what it was. The Cheez-Its are getting banned too. And
Cheez-Its.
We can't ban Cheez-Its. We had a challenge.
You can.
That'll make our episode pop, bro.
That will only be able to have the Target
We'll look
brand
it
or
up.
whatever, the King Cullen brand.
Yeah.
No, we'll have it here still at least. We'll have illegal in California Cheez-Its.
This episode.
Yeah, first state to ban 4 food additives linked to diseases. I forgot they Peeps are one of them.
Whoa.
Calling Peeps food is a little generous. Those are packing materials. That was
Skittles.
in the Santa
Skittles
Clauses.
also. Skittles.
Skittles.
I love Skittles.
While you're doing that, I'm up to episode 4 of the Santa Clauses, and Tracy Morgan was so funny. He must have written his own lines because he is so much funnier than the rest of that show, and it was awesome. And then he gets turned into a actual rabbit, and I got sad.
Tim
That's
Allen.
nuts. You're like, oh.
Tim Allen's like, you can't be funnier than me.
He was so much funnier than anyone.
Just the problem is that they had the prosthetic in his mouth, and all
I
his
know,
jokes were
but-
like muted.
I know, but he still has the funniest deliveries, and just like on a show that fails so much at trying to be funny and having someone come in that actually was like, oh my god, he's hilarious.
Damn.
I would just watch his scene of episode 4 of the Santa Clauses just to see him in that makeup and all that. And,
That's what. Yeah.
When-
up until he gets turned into a rabbit.
And the way he turns into a rabbit was so fucking contrived. Sorry to derail South Park conversation.
South Park was good. It's still enjoyable. Let's move on.
So she's like, she's having an argument with the brother that makes no sense. that ends up in her yelling like another word for rabbit.
Some weird curse spell.
Yeah. And because she yells this word for rabbit and Tracy Morgan's there at the same time, she accidentally magically transforms Tracy Morgan into a rabbit.
She's just Eliza Thornberry. She speaks to animals. Now she's Eliza Thornberry. If she
was already
in Marvel.
halfway to being a rabbit and just made him full rabbit. Yeah, it's pretty convenient.
That's
What
weird.
happened?
All right, so
We see the face.
what's the progress? What's the update?
Chips, a majority of chips, ice cream cones, frosting and icing, frozen dairy desserts, which is ice cream, yogurt, sherbet, sandwich.
What's the actual ingredient?
It's
Bread.
It's
And
red dye number 3. And also certain lipsticks too. They said 3 different kinds of lipstick cause cancer.
The majority of lipsticks are like a shade of red, aren't they? So,
Yeah.
is that like in all of them?
number 3.
Toaster pastries, cookies, meal replacement groups, and bars.
Oh my god, not the toaster pastries. I love
baby
Pop-Tarts.
food, and hard candy. Not very descriptive.
Is this like the-
bromate vegetable oil is one of them.
Is this like
And
the
Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
We're gonna pull it and then it's gonna come back anyway and people are gonna stop caring about
No, so what it is that California's trying to put pressure on the FDA because the FDA should be doing their job and they're not. So
Yeah,
they're kind of
sounds
saying,
right.
hey, you should have, you know about this. So why did you let these foods be put out knowing that there's a chance that it can cause cancer to people? This is literally your job.
Because they're probably
So-
getting paid off.
So
And
they said
want people
Coca-Cola.
to die anyways, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So the FDA has actually proposed a ruling that would prohibit its use altogether, and it's banned in Europe and Japan for years already.
Wow.
They also Pepsi and Cola both announced that they're gonna like change their ingredients because you know it can cause. They said it can cause neurological issues and possibly affect your nervous system.
So everyone who ate Cheez-Its is more stupid?
Damn.
There's
Probably.
more.
I
There's
eat a
more
lot of red
ingredients.
colorings.
Paraben or something.
Just drinking red dye.
A lot of candy, a lot of fruit punches.
said
next
all
food
the red
challenge.
ones. Those are the best flavored ones, all the
Got
red
it on a
ones.
great discount.
Paraben or something. They said in breads, muffins, tortillas, and other items cause endocrine disruptors.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Paraben.
those are pretty much the
Thyroid
two,
out the ear.
That's the 2 ingredients they're trying to like
Nice.
get out because it.
Okay.
But it is 1 in 1,000 chance.
That's still a good
That's
chance.
still a good.
There's a lot
Number.
of people for 1 in
So-
1,000 to
Yeah, there's 8 billion people in the world, so.
So take it as it is.
That was Rachel's recalls, everyone. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Along with anything you generally use all the time, like lettuce and everything. Get that shit pulled. It probably has something.
They
in
should
it.
just replace it with blood.
Yeah, they also did Coca-Cola got pulled this week.
Well,
Whoa.
Yeah, it got sold from in the South or something because
Wow.
they had like
they have all the
contaminants.
products that are just like, California does, the state of California. I'm like, well, I'm not in California. So,
Yeah.
Now eat more of your mushroom candy bars.
yeah.
I mean, those are good.
Red dye 3.
Has anyone ever had the mushroom coffee?
I
No.
have the one that's the powder.
Yeah,
I've had the mocha.
I've been fascinated to try it, but that was one thing where the California label scared me away from it. And I don't know why, because I've had things since then that have that standard label. Because I don't know, Tony makes me want to worry about it again. Because just like you should be concerned, but literally everything else I eat probably would fall into that category.
That's why
too.
I always say it's too late for us, and it's not too late for future generations. But we literally used to
We're
stand in
already
front of the microwave and watch the food cook, and then
still-
we'd also eat out of plastic. So, like the Tupperwares are bad. We drink out of cans. Like it's too late for us.
So,
Okay.
With that said, how was that coffee?
All right.
All right.
Doesn't taste like coffee.
It's the Joe Rogan coffee, right?
Is that the KOS? KOS? That's the one that I have. I have the mocha. Of the
I didn't know there were
Kos.
so many different types, but Joe Rogan was.
It's a powder.
There was. He must have been interviewing someone that I tuned in for, and that was the advertisement. And I was like, whoa. They advertise it as vegan coffee, which isn't every coffee vegan.
Yeah, technically, 'cause
I
it's
don't
a
know.
bean.
No. I roast my beans with meat.
I roast my beans with bacon.
Unless you're getting it pre-made
It is.
from like Dunkin' or like Starbucks, every other just black coffee is a vegan coffee.
Okay, so it's basically like an instant coffee, right?
Oh, yeah,
I can't
this
imagine
one's
you have to like
instant.
strain and throw it away.
No, this one you just dump the powder.
It's like
in
instant
it.
coffee,
It's
but
got
made
the
from
sweetness.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
And mushrooms have good effects for you, I've heard. Like the one that they use for the Walking.
That's my
The
favorite.
not the Walking Dead. The Last of Us is actually good for like not causing like dementia and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
cordyceps are very healthy for you.
Yeah.
And they don't turn you into a zombie yet.
Not yet.
They want you to think.
No, not yet.
Wait until that frequency gets hit on the emergency broadcast.
Oh my God! Don't.
What? What happened?
My coworker he was like, "You better turn off your phone." I go, "I'm not turning off my phone for you, okay, buddy?" I go, "They're already tracking you. Why would they need to do this?"
We're already zombies. We're attached to the phone all the damn day.
What? Sorry?
Yeah, but no, my coworker's very very conspiracy theory, and
Very
he's like, "Dude, just
tinfoil?
trying to track you." I was like, "Shush! They're already tracking you. Oh, you're on the computer? They're tracking you. Okay, I'm not really worried about it. They've tracked me since I was born.
Social Security is a way of
Yes.
tracking you, so.
Thank you.
Whatever.
They already. I'm not worried about it.
We're just a
it's the
number.
last thing I'm worried about on my day to day. I'm not that important that they'd be tracking me.
What are you the most worried about?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Camel toe! That was the correct answer!
Camel toe is what I'm
I
most
set
worried
you up for that, all of you.
Camel toe and money, and that's really about it. I bet you people pay OnlyFans to do
That would be the
camel
loudest
toe.
anyone's ever yelled at.
I'll never have to be worried about camel toe when I start an OnlyFans for camel
Oh my
toes, so I
God.
can get money, and both of my worries are gone.
You just draw little eyes over there and make it look like Homer.
I'm
and it's
sure.
Like, oh, Marge.
You put the
I'm sure.
the
I'm
googly
sure I
eyes.
get.
Make a whole episode.
Make it look like a camel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure I get money for that. I'm sorry. I'm just a
And
girl.
Yeah,
and
probably.
And that's one of your only two concerns, so.
Really?
Yeah.
And I slammed them both out. Look at me. Worry-free, stress-free bitch. And it would become my job, so
Yeah.
even better.
And then you could drive your Lambo.
Right through Alex's house.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Right through your house. Isn't that
I
what you
get in my
want?
house
Merry
and I can't- When everything's
Christmas.
locked, they're gonna drive a car through my house.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Sometimes
It's like the big picture of the camel toe and then a small screen of the video game that she's playing.
Oh, like the opposite.
Yeah.
Bro, we watched a video on Twitch that was like
It was that girl ass in front.
and then a really small screen in the background. She's playing Harry Potter.
It wasn't even like the little actual screen. It was just her actual screen
Oh, wow.
in the background.
Wow.
Big fat ass was the.
It was a big
was
fat
the
ass.
primary view.
Everybody was focusing on her feet, though.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
Wiggle
admit,
your toes
I
for
used
me.
to be very indifferent about feet, and now as society has evolved, I'm like, oh, to everything. I used to be so
there's worse
indifferent.
things now.
They touch the floor first all the time.
Unless you're always wearing socks.
To the earth, bro.
But they,
Yeah, bro.
I was like, bro, they connect you
That
to
is
the earth,
true.
though.
Yeah,
That's
right?
your connection to the earth. You don't put your hands on the ground.
You could.
Yeah, you can. Some people
Do
do
you?
push-ups on the
When
ground.
is the last time you put your
I
hands
hope
on
I
the
got that on
ground?
camera. The shift.
Do you?
The shift. It was the.
There's a lot of people that touch the ground all the time.
Yeah, I did push-ups yesterday and the day before.
Touch the ground.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
that's what. Yeah, P90X, the push-ups,
Mr. Push-Up.
Yeah,
You did push-ups, huh?
How many
I'm
did
glad you
do?
got time to do push-ups.
damn.
How
I
many
didn't
claps
get
did
time.
you do per each push-up?
10.
Gravity suspended.
Looked
a
like a
little.
seal.
Oh, speaking of seal, have you seen the trending Neil the Seal?
What? No.
There's a town. There's a town way out. I don't know where it actually is, but there's an elephant seal that like roams around town, and he's the only elephant seal that like roams around town every year. And he came back, but now he's older now, and he's a little more aggressive. So he'll like
Oh shit.
run into like cement signs and try to like knock the sign down, and he yells at cops. I've showed Tony this.
And he drives a Lambo into people's
at
houses?
at the cops.
Oh my god, is he infected from like that movie?
He might
with
have
the,
been.
with the hand. Let
Yes.
me in.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
He let me in.
Talk
Neil
to
the
me.
Seal. If you get the chance, look it up. support Neil the Seal. Everybody else is getting in the way of Neil.
Oh shit.
The
You talked
Seal.
about Talk to Me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys watch?
Is it? It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I heard it was good.
Yeah.
It's on my
From
list.
here.
Yeah.
But that's it. Check out Neil the Seal.
All right. That's anything I need to
Sponsored by Neil the Seal.
That's my homework. Okay. So you guys saw a movie, which I was confused by the title, but then I realized that there's an S at the end. It's called Strays.
Oh.
And I instantly was like, oh, yeah, that's the rated R
Doggy movie.
dog
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony's been dying to see it. We never went to the movie theaters to see it. It finally came out on.
Is it like live action DC League of Super Pets type of vibe?
Kinda, but they're like real dogs, and they're like.
That was like
just,
super bad.
Oh.
Dogs.
It's
I
super
feel
out of dogs.
Super dog.
I feel
Yeah.
like they did better mouth movements than they did in the Disney's Lion King adaptation.
Yes, 100%.
That's so funny.
Also,
If I had a 18th of the budget.
it reminded me of that. Like I've watched it, Snow Buddies. Like you know how they animate the mouse. Yeah, that's how.
Even
bit.
them. They
Even
one up
them.
Snow Buddies.
Yeah.
There was a lot of it though that I'm like, they're just having this dog move around and then like, oh hey, oh he did this. We can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Oh, you want the sausage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It wasn't as funny as I thought it was gonna be, but it was good. Will Ferrell, you know.
Yeah.
Was it just like it wasn't joke heavy, or did the jokes not land?
I think we just all overhyped it in our brain.
Yeah.
I played it down in my brain before we watched it to be like, yes, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't regret watching it.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
No, that was a fun movie.
I did. There was definitely certain parts that were funny, and then other parts where obviously you need other parts other than funny. The firework one where they were in the fair. That was funny, where they were all like, run, and nothing's happening. Like people just leave me here.
What about the part where they made fun of a dog's purpose?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. It was good.
I also feel like maybe this is a case of the trailer making the funnier parts already show up.
Yeah.
Like we knew the hawk was gonna take
Yeah.
them. We knew the fetch and fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
We knew the acid trip.
yeah.
Yeah.
They showed that too.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that dog's purpose part with the serial killer.
No.
Yeah, that was funny.
3 people buried in his backyard. You're like,
But I guess nobody wants to hear about it.
Oh my god.
That was great.
Okay, so it sounds like a sort of like it's like thumbs pointing upwards type of thing. You guys enjoyed it, but
It
Diagonally.
had the not
like not love type of.
it had the Logic Rock HR.
Human Resources.
Human Resources.
The
He's a
cartoon
Logic
show
Rock.
from...
His voice,
Like the
played
voice?
the Great Dane.
Yeah, the voice, yeah.
It was his voice.
Do you know who that is?
Nope.
So you just were like, I recognize that voice.
The rock.
Yeah, that's the Logic Rock.
Imagine.
Logic Rock. I just know his voice. He's a Logic Rock.
Oh, I'm so fascinated to know who it actually is. Tony, you don't know either.
I don't know.
No,
Can you imitate the voice
it's very monotone male voice.
like Ben Stein?
It's like...
He's still kicking, right?
Not anymore.
Oh.
Oh, no.
How we do it here.
Who has the death note?
Roger Park.
Okay.
He's
Oh, Randall Park. Yeah,
Randall
yeah.
Park, sorry.
Randall Park.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
also plays in that
Oh,
new
yeah, that
Blue-Eyed
guy's
Ninja.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He also plays in the Blue-Eyed Ninja.
Yeah,
too.
he's in the MCU.
Yeah.
Yes, he plays the Great Dane's voice.
He's in the office. He's Jim.
Jim. Oh yeah, you're right. Shit, I'm putting all the pieces together.
Cool. All right. I feel like this episode we have a lot of like things from like not super new releases, just like things that we happen to watch and check out, some things that we did catch up on. So it's like no particular order. But Tony, I've been curious about the show Reacher. I heard that he fucks people up. I heard it's cool. I heard he's basically Batman or something like that.
I guess sort of. I mean,
That's a Tom Clancy show, yeah?
yeah, it's Lee Childs. So, but so Lee Childs wrote Jack Reacher, the first one, which is what the season is based off of.
There's a Tom Hanks movie. I mean, a Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, so Tom Cruise did 2 movies with the Jack Reacher books, and then so everybody didn't like it because he didn't fit what the character was in the book, which is like this big guy. So that's why when they decided to do the show, they're like, yeah, Tom Cruise was great, but like all the people that read the books want to see like a more factual like representation of the characters. So that's why they went with the Alan Richardson. So and he does a good job. And so Lee Childs wrote it's like 24 of these novels with Jack Reacher, and the idea of Jack Reacher is that he was an ex-military policeman who now he just goes about trying to live his life, and he goes to these different places, but he always gets involved with whatever's going on in that place.
Why is he going to different places?
So there's different reasons in different books, right? So
frequent flyer miles.
well, so it's like because when he was in the military police, he felt like, you're told what to do all the time. You have no freedom. So now he's like, you know what? Now I just have my toothbrush. I have my just the clothes I wear, and he has like I think it was like a passport that's like out of date or something like that, and that's all he has, and he just goes wherever he wants to go. So it's just kind of like a drifter kind of thing.
He wants to do.
Yeah. So the show is like based on a first book, and then in that book, and in the show, so Jack Reacher is going to this town because he heard about this blues singer that he really liked about that died there in that town. So he's like, I want to know more about him. But when he gets to that town, they arrest him because they think he murdered somebody, because the same time that he comes to town is when somebody gets murdered. And then they're like, and the way they describe him matches like Reacher's description. So they find him in like this little diner where he was just trying to eat like apple pie or whatever it was, and he gets arrested. So then the plot goes from there, where it's like, okay, so now he's got to prove that he's innocent. And then you start seeing that there's like this conspiracy that's going on with the whole town and stuff like that. And then it just like keeps going from there. And it's a fun watch. It's like what I like about it is that it's a thriller show. So you got the mystery of what's going on, but then you also got the cool action scenes where it's like just beating the crap out of everybody. Yeah. So it's like that. It's almost like an American James Bond kind of thing. That's how I would describe it. But yeah, it's really cool.
Does he shoot people, or he just hits them and stuff?
Well, so far he's only hit people. But he just got a gun recently, so in the episode I saw.
Has he ever hit a woman?
No.
Season 2.
She's their band.
And what I think is interesting about it too, though, is that like, so James Bond is like
Hot.
Well, so James Bond is all like and it's written by a British guy too, but it's a British guy who moved to America, and then so Lee Childs, his story is that he for 40 years or something worked in like the financial side of television in Britain. But then they said, in 1993, or I think it was, that they were like, we're going to downsize because the government over there said like, if you make over a certain amount of money that you get taxed more or something like that. So they're like, we're going to get rid of all the old people and put in cheaper new people. So he got like redundant, right? So then after that, he was like, well, you know what? I'm not going to go back to television. I don't want to do that. So he's like, I'm just going to try writing a book and just see how that goes. And it's with that first book, which is the Jack Reacher book, is where he actually, he got an agent, and the agent was like, this is great. And from there, he blew up. So he was like, I just decided to take a chance because, you know what? Like, I did my 40 years of regular job, and now I'm like, you know what? I don't want to die knowing that I haven't tried something just because I was afraid of it. So that was really cool.
He took a reach.
Yes, he did. You know how he came up with the name Reacher? So when he was writing the book, he was in a supermarket, and because he's a tall guy, everybody would be like these old ladies would be like, can you just grab the thing at the top shelf? So his wife made a joke saying, hey, if this book thing doesn't work out, maybe you can work in a supermarket as a reacher. And he's like, that's a good name. So that's how he came up with the name Reacher. And then he was
his wife is like, you're gonna be a fucking loser.
Yeah, I just like they uses that to rub it in her face.
Yeah.
I'm a Reacher now.
Yeah.
Glad it didn't fail, bro.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll call him Reacher.
Oh, I'm gonna call him Reacher.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and so and then he came up with Jack because he's like, oh, he read these other book series and they always have like these crazy names that have a nickname. He's like, I'm just gonna give the nickname as the name. So he's like, what's a really simple name? It's like Jack and his brother Joe. So they're Jack and Joe Reacher. And so it was cool to see like how he developed all this stuff. But what I think is interesting is that, like I was saying, with James Bond is like all about the classiness and everything like that. But Jack Reacher is like, I'm simple. Like he's like, bring me to the thrift store. I'm gonna buy some clothes there, and then that's it. Like so, it's like a completely different type of thing.
Doesn't believe in laundromats. I'm getting.
Yeah. He actually so he'll wear the same clothes for 3 days, then throw it out and buy new clothes. Yeah. Like that's his thing. But it's just because he feels like if you have any attachments, then it holds you back from doing whatever you want to do, right? Like he wants to, because he's already been the military police. He knows what it is to just be told what to do all the time. So it's like without the responsibilities, I can go to this town if I want to. I could go to that town if I want to, and that's why he's like that.
Is the show? Does it have levity to it? Is it like have like humorous undertones, or is it very serious?
No, it's definitely got humor to it. So it's like, what's the best way to describe it? Like the guy from What We Do in the Shadows, the guy who plays Guillermo, he's in it. He's the what do you call it? Forensic guy, yeah. Like he does the autopsies and stuff. So there's definitely like comedy to it. So I would say like almost like James Bond in that sense too, right? Where it's like the action comedy kind of thing. Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely
I
cool.
have to admit, like I'm not. It's because like I've watched so many things that I've loved and enjoyed that I'm like in this like rut now of just like nothing is really doing that for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to find the thing where it's like, yes, I love this show. Mm-hmm. I mean, it hasn't been that long. Like I was close to that with like the show Barry, and I'm trying to think of like. I'm watching so many different things right now. It's just like it's fine. I'm tolerating it. It's decent. It's objectively fine, I guess. But yeah. So
did you hear? Since I know What We Do in the Shadows is. Did you hear it's ending next season?
Yeah, I think we talked about it here. Yeah.
Oh, we did. Oh,
I think so.
People were upset.
Actually, it's possible we didn't, but. Oh yeah, I think that did come out rather recently. I think we were like trying to guess what they would do, but them
the next
ending
season is the ending.
It sounds like the right thing to
do.
do.
It makes sense. Yeah,
it's time.
Yeah,
let's do it.
It would be overstaying its welcome, and yeah.
Yep, agreed.
So they get to figure out how to end it. Hopefully, so yeah, good on them. All right, so overall thumbs up on Reacher.
Definitely.
How much of it have you seen? Because there's 2 seasons?
There's 2 seasons. So the second season just dropped, but I'm in season 1, episode 3 or 4.
You're pretty early on.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard good things.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go all over the place. I'm just something in the barn.
Oh. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was a troll, gremlin,
Oh.
Yeah, an elf.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't call it a gnome.
But it
Very
was
gnomish.
more indicative of a gnome. Like it looked like a typical lawn gnome that you would have in your house or around your house.
I like that this isn't a movie. This is just a story you guys had,
There's
right?
something in the barn.
There was something in the barn.
It was a gnome.
It was a Lamborghini.
Yeah. It was in my house. It's a movie about a family that goes to
Norway.
Norway. And they get stopped by this little lady. She's like, hey, don't fuck with nature. It fucks back. They're like, okay.
Like the Lorax?
A little bit like the Lorax. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, a little bit like the Lorax. But they go to this house and they're like, oh, we're going to move in here. It's a new family. They're like, hey, there's a ghost in that house.
Mm-hmm.
It's haunted. Because the guy set himself on fire and jumped out the window.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh, okay. I guess it's pretty fucking haunted.
And I feel like they start believing it because weird stuff happens around the house later as the movie goes on and everything. But, the only person that realizes what's going on is the little kid, the boy. He's like, oh, he hears a story about the house, the barn elf. And so that's when he gets a little bit of like the rules of the barn elf and what they like, what they don't like. They don't like bright lights. They don't like loud noises. They don't like change.
So he tells them all, he's like, hey, look, this barn elf, he's here.
I gave him a cookie. He's pretty chill with us right now. We can't make loud noise. We can't put on big lights. So they throw a big fucking party.
In the barn.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds about right.
Not in the house either, where they could definitely throw in the party, but they throw it in the barn where the elf is. And he gets pissed off because an underage girl drinks and vomits on his face.
Oh.
And there's loud noise, and there's bright lights, and the whole area of the barn's changed up. It's still, they leave all of their shit in the barn. They don't move the glasses or the table or anything. They don't take anything out. They just leave everything there. The vomit. They don't clean anything.
No.
Wow.
No, it's like if you threw a party in your living room and then it ran till 5 a.m, and then 4 days later you're like, I'm going to clean this up.
Oh, wow.
It's very like trash everywhere, food, garbage. And the elf gets really pissed off.
Wait, so they all see this elf?
No, not immediately.
How did he get thrown up?
He was hiding under the floor.
Yeah, which is interesting. I didn't know barns had basements like that.
I don't know
They
if that
do?
one did. I feel like that elf built it because, later on you find out there's more than one elf.
Yeah.
But they were pretty much living under the barn. Or at least, in the cavern under the barn. I don't know what they didn't go too deep into it.
You're right,
They,
actually.
they have,
it is
a
a
little
cavern.
area that they,
It is the cavern under because they use it later. But yeah, so basically what happens is that eventually the elf starts fucking with them, and they find out there's an elf in the house. They get in their car. They're like, we got to get out of here. They flash him with the lights, basically almost hit him with the car, and then he does his elf screech. And he goes, because elves, they don't speak English.
No.
And then he calls his army of elves
Yeah, his bros.
that all also don't picture an elf because they all look like gnomes.
He calls over Team 10 and they demolish the house.
Yeah, he calls over the Jake Paul elf. And they absolutely destroy
And they try murdering the family, too.
and they don't like lights, they don't really like music, so the elves throw a party and they
Yeah, surprisingly, and they're playing loud music on top of that.
Oh,
They
that's
get obliterated drunk.
that looks like I guess that looks like the one from the
Snow White.
Snow White, yeah.
It looks like Seven Dwarves.
Yeah.
Or it looks like The Hobbit.
Yeah, a little bit, a little hobbity.
It makes me
Hibbity
think
hobbity.
of David the gnome.
Yeah.
David the gnome.
Very
Do you remember
gnomish.
that from when we were younger?
What was it, David and Gnome?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was David
Is that the
gnome.
guy from
It was
the
a
movie?
little cartoon.
Yes.
It was a little cartoon.
And he lived in a tree, and he was
Yeah, and he
he
had his
looked
wife.
kind of round. He had like a round nose.
He'd slide down like a tree stump or something in the intro or something crazy. I used to love that show. Anyways, so we're back to this.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an accent except the American actor.
Yes.
Oh.
That's a sign note.
And the family's supposed to be American too, but as you're listening to them, you're like, those aren't Americans.
So what ends
They
up
do speak
happening?
English better than me.
Yeah, the elves throw this big fat party. They have a fantastic time, and they kind of forget that they want to kill these people.
Yeah,
for a
they
little
just get
bit.
drunk and pee on the snow, and then that's pretty much it.
These guys who don't like loud noises and everything.
Yeah, they make a lot of noise. Mm-hmm. They even the family goes, "What is that noise?" Because they're all partying so fucking hard.
Are they just doing that on purpose to be like, oh, you guys had a party, now we're gonna have a party?
I didn't really get that vibe. They got
No.
drunk.
Yeah, they were
Oh.
obliterated drunk. They broke into the liquor cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Just started
weird.
drinking
Drank
everything.
all their liquor, which they just moved in, and they had a lot of liquor.
Well, I mean, that would be my priority is filling out my liquor cabinet.
Not furniture.
No.
So
Everybody could sit on a bottle.
yeah, so after one one really bad green screen chase scene, they end up confronting the elves. Yeah, they sled down this mountain, and it's like the worst green screen ever. And the elves are throwing like these giant
Saw blade.
saw blades at them.
The heck?
Yeah, and they confront the elves. They have their little war with the elves, and then the movie concludes.
Yeah, I kind of missed the ending. I fell asleep a little bit. But I did see the conclusion of the Great Salute. Or this way? I think it was this way.
Over the heart.
From the mountain.
Was it overall an enjoyable movie? Would you recommend?
I thought it was fine.
I didn't realize this was like a new release till I looked it up. It's got Martin Starr in it, who's been like all these random things. Also in Tulsa King.
Yeah, it was a fun, silly movie. It gave me like Gremlins vibes, but with all elves.
So it's like a comedy or?
Yeah,
It was a horror comedy.
yeah.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of funny moments of it. It's a romp. I recommend it. It was good. I liked it.
Dude, they say the name of the movie in the movie.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Very quick.
And we pointed that out right.
Yeah.
Oddly enough,
Like,
usually
oh my
we
God,
don't do that, but
they said the name.
yeah, he goes, "There's something in the barn," and we all, "Hey, there it is!" Yeah.
I have a question for Tony and Rachel. Did you have any other movies or things to talk about this episode? Otherwise, we... Hold on a second. I'm having a press conference. Ladies and gentlemen.
What did he do? What is he apologizing for? Get the ukulele.
I'm deeply sorry. I just wanted to know if you guys watched anything else that you want to talk about this episode, because if not, we have like 18 other topics and you're just going to be listening and commentating on all of them, and that's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to give you an opportunity so I could sprinkle in a little bit back and forth, so it's like everyone has their moments. So yeah, you can give Tony a microphone so he would respond. Or you could respond as well, Rachel. Thank you. I appreciate everyone's time. Okay.
What else did we watch? So
It's been a long week.
Had all that time.
yeah, and I still couldn't think of anything. I was like,
Timing is relative.
Entranced by whatever just happened.
yeah,
We watched Bridesmaids last night for Tony's first
Oh, yeah.
time watching it.
yeah. First time watching it. It was fun. It was
It's
fun.
like,
fun ride.
I'd say it's like a girl's hangover, kinda, except more drama.
Girls have hangovers differently than boys.
No, it's just the movie had a little more drama.
I've seen I've almost said hangovers. I've seen Bridesmaids.
Yeah, I think it's a good movie. I was like, I can't believe you haven't seen it, but okay. So we saw it, and I'll let Tony talk now.
Okay. Well, it was a fun movie. When I first saw the trailers for it, I did not expect it to be the movie that it was.
Yeah. I think I felt the
Melissa
same way.
McCarthy pooping in a sink.
Yeah. So like when I saw the trailers, I thought it was gonna be more like I guess more like The Hangover than it really ended up being, because it really ended up being like a friend like you know what I mean, like a friend romance movie. I don't know if there's a name for it, but
Bromance.
Rants.
yeah, sort of, but like with
Galmans?
girls. Yeah, galmans. Yeah. So yeah, it,
Sisterhood.
yeah. Hollywood.
They teach us all the words.
Yeah. But yeah, it was still a fun movie. I like the cop guy was funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say of it.
Is great.
I love that the
she steals
puppies
all
were
the puppies.
what do you
The
call them?
favors.
Party favors. Yeah, yeah.
And she took like 9 of them. She was like, I probably should have only taken 6, but I took 9. I just keep taking them.
Yeah, that was great.
The stomach virus or whatever
From the Brazilian food.
The Brazilian food was great.
And I like that the girl was a Helen. She was like, oh yeah, and she's apologizing. She's like, oh, and I don't think the food is what gave us the food poisoning. She's like, no, it definitely was. Yeah, and she's like, no, I don't think it was. She's like, yes, I had it too.
I think my favorite part is when she's like, are you sure? You sure you don't have, your stomach doesn't feel good?
Oh, and she's
Are you
sweating.
sure? And she's sweating. She goes, no, I feel fine. She was like, she
gets
goes, if anything, I
almond
feel
joy.
a little bit peckish. And she's like, when you take this almond and you eat this almond and tell me how you feel. Or when they're sitting in the car after and she goes, I shit in the street. I shit in my pants. She's like, I don't.
In the dress.
In the dress, in the $1,000 dress, yeah, in the sink, and then one girl was throwing up, the other girl threw up on the back of her head. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was a really funny movie.
It's a rite of passage. Everyone should see Bridesmaids.
Yeah,
It
agreed.
is good.
Has anyone seen the Hangover sequels? I think.
Yes.
I think I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
part
All of
2,
them.
and I saw the beginning of part 3, and for some reason I was just like, I can't do this.
I mean, it's
I've
kind of
seen
the
all
same
of them.
movie each time.
Every time.
Part 3 starts
Yeah.
super dramatically. That's all I remember. I was like, maybe this is the whole movie, but it's not what I signed
The
up for.
first one and second one are literally the same movie.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the third one's a little different.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not by much.
Isn't it missing the guy that goes missing in the first 2 or whatever in the
Always.
third one?
Yeah. Yeah, he gets kidnapped or something, right?
Oh, he gets kidnapped? I thought he was gone entirely. Everybody's like, no, he's not in that movie.
Oh, he
I
was.
think he is.
Oh, yeah, I guess he was much more prominently in the second one. That was the one where he actually like stuck around.
I've seen all of them.
The guy from National Treasure that no one knows is.
I've seen all of them
name.
in theater and cannot remember, except the first one, what the other two were.
Okay,
about.
hangover.
Because they're too similar.
Yeah, that's what I was like. They were all kind of,
They kind of blend together.
yeah. First is the classic always.
Is Mike Tyson in all of them?
No.
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 Well, there goes my reason for
One where they
watching
go to
the other two.
Hong Kong, I think the third one was Hong Kong.
Bangkok.
Bangkok, thank you.
All right, so to move on to some more of the, I don't know, really interesting things that we saw recently. This past Thursday, hung out and watched, I say a wide array of different things, and probably more or less go in chronological order. I think that's the only way to approach it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the first one was an animated series called Superhero Kindergarten.
Superhero Kindergarten with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes. Made by Stanley.
Yes, Stan Lee's in it also.
Actually, the full title is Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten.
And there's probably the best running animation I've ever seen in a cartoon towards the end of the episode that we saw, which involved Arnold Schwarzenegger running to the stage and getting the prize for winning the contest of the holiday, like, what was it? Like, just like a play?
I don't know, and it doesn't matter.
It's like some sort of holiday play. Yeah.
That's it.
One of the kids farts and he flies. That's how he flies.
And one kid's power is sticky.
Yes, it's really.
Oh, yeah.
That one's weird, and that one is a little too gross.
White sticky is his power.
It's kind of like Spider-Man, but a lot grosser.
Yeah, just goop everywhere.
It's-
Spider-Man, if he didn't have the weird hand hairs.
Yeah, it's like the kid just has a bunch of juicy juice on his hands at all times, but yeah, grosser.
Yeah. If anyone wants to watch these shows, you could download the Cartoon Channel.
Cartoon Channel. It's really good. And I gotta say, even though we're talking about it like in a not enjoyable way, the episode was actually pretty fine to watch.
And I feel like if I were a kid, I wouldn't think twice about it. I probably it's like I mean, the parents could be like, oh my god, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then the kids, it's like it's got the same vibes as like a lot of the current shows like Paw Patrol and I don't know, Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah.
I feel like it's edgy.
Vibe.
Yeah, I feel like the show's a little edgy too because it does have does have some like humor in it that's like, I don't know how they're doing this.
Wow.
Yeah, like damn.
So strong recommendation. Next one that we saw,
Shaq's Garage.
Shaq's Garage.
Hey, Shaq Pack.
Yeah,
He said Shaq Pack every 5 seconds, basically.
And he voices one of the trucks named Big D.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
And he lost this match with another truck that was technically like bigger than him though, so it was like understandable that he lost, but then there was like a James Bond greasing of the wheel kind of thing.
Is this another cartoon show?
Oh yeah, it
Yes.
is.
On this cartoon channel
Yes,
thing?
download it.
Yes, it's like
Download
Cars if they mixed in like Rescue Rangers into it.
And if it was really poorly 2D animated,
I think the 2D animation is like big mouthy. I think it's entertaining.
Is it?
Yeah. And the way they do that spin, you were drooling over that spin
it
of
was
that
so
car.
funny because the cars are just doing this shit when they're talking. They're bouncing around and talking.
Oh, because they don't have mouths?
No, they have mouths and they have a
yeah,
really
they do.
tongue.
Well,
just
they
like-
have to be like animated and move when they talk, probably.
yeah, but they go like when they talk
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And
Some more than others.
yes,
One was all tongue. Yeah.
yeah, one had no teeth, just tongue. Really strange. And they just look straight out of the Cars movie, but 2D. So it's like, what the hell are you trying to do? But hearing Shaq talk to himself as a truck, it's like they told Shaq, like, oh yeah, you're gonna have the show. He's like, yeah, but I want to voice a car.
Not a human.
I don't want to be myself.
Yeah.
I want to be a car. You can be both. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Oh my god, and it is awesome. I gotta say that show is all. I don't know. I can't say which one I like better. And let me tell you, the best thing about this, they're all free to watch.
Yeah. You didn't have to log in with an account.
Yeah. Yep. You just download the channel and you start clicking around. You watch everything.
And you keep watching an ad for Disney's Wish.
Well, that's the one thing that you do pay for is you're paying with your eyes and your time by watching Wish a million
one
times.
Wish ad every
a million
commercial.
times.
So this channel is it just all like they paid celebrities to do
Can you
cartoons?
please say the cartoon channel on
Yeah.
So this channel
called
called Cartoon Channel.
With a K.
Cartoon channel, it's with a K. The
K.
cartoon's with a K, but the channel is with a C.
So Mortal Kombat.
Kinda.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So they pay celebrities to make cartoons on them?
But, well, they're paying them in stock, which, they're going to be able to cash out later on kind of thing as the channel grows and gains popularity.
So does this channel have any advertising to it besides what's going on right now?
This is not an advertisement.
Yeah, no, this is not an advertisement. We're not advertising it. We're just enjoying the shows that we're watching on it, and it's free. And it has other stuff on it. It actually has Sonic on the channel, too.
It does, the Sonic Christmas special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is the Sonic Christmas special. That was one of the things that popped up, like, first and center. But it also because of the holiday season.
So what's the difference between watching it there and then on Netflix?
Because you're going to watch it on the cartoon channel with a K. And you're going to watch Superhero Kindergarten, which is not
it's free.
on.
Yeah, that's... Well, actually,
Yes, big time. It's free. Thank you.
Doesn't Pluto TV also have it for free?
No, but why are you talking about other
You know what? It also is on, like, Tubi, I think, some of the stuff. And I think they do have a YouTube channel, if I remember correctly. So either way, you can watch it on any of those other things. But the cartoon channel is...
It's convenience. You put it
It's
on.
convenient. Everything is there.
It's right on the TV.
It's like going to their channel.
Every few minutes,
on
you
YouTube.
get a commercial for Wish, and you get to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's only like every 5 minutes you get a commercial for
Yeah.
Wish.
Oh,
And then
every
you
5
get to
minutes.
you get to watch a Christmas special where they spit on the dead corpse of Stan Lee.
Oh, damn.
By having him not talk for 90% of the episode, and then at the very end he stands up and basically monologues with a different voice actor.
Oh, wow.
Blew my mind. I was just like, because was this like this is one of the last things that he made before he passed away. So I was like, they must have him in it as like an homage. He created the show, and like occasionally the character like grunts or like reacts to something with like a noise. I'm like, okay, that's not that bad, but at least he's not talking. But then at the very end, he just talks and talks and talks and talks, and it is not Stan Lee's voice whatsoever.
Wow.
And I think it was the moment I said, I don't think he's going to talk.
I think we both were like that.
Then he literally went off.
We signed a peace treaty, but like he will never talk.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Shaq's Garage doesn't have that.
No, Shaq's talking all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. Whether he's a human or a car.
Or Big D, yeah.
I'm Big D.
Interesting. So those are the two that are on that channel?
Along with many other shows. But those are the two iconic ones because they got people we love from when we watch movies.
Gotcha. So Schwarzenegger and Shaq.
And Shaq, the intro, it goes through all of his stuff. Or maybe in the first episode, they just talk about his acting career. And he's like, but now I get to open up my own thing I've always wanted when I was a child.
He's got a PhD or something like that.
Yeah, and he actually does have a PhD. I never knew that, so
Wow.
I did learn something from the show.
PhD in what?
Education.
And bullshit.
And humor? Or like humor and education? or something?
Basketball,
That was his
sports.
thesis? I think that was his thesis.
I thought I looked it up. I thought something else.
Yeah, I
we
swore
did.
it was-
Someone looked it up.
I swore it was
Well,
like
look
an
at that.
education.
What was Shaq?
I believe you.
It's PhD
Could be
in
wrong, but
sports medicine.
Oh my god.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
But no.
But no, he's got a garage, so it could be whatever. You
In
know?
Shaq's garage.
In Shaq's- yeah, that's the one thing they do nail is like catchy themes. Superhero Kindergarten.
Human
Check
resource
the-
development.
Oh, that was it.
Interesting.
All right, so
Who does he hire?
oh, we're still on that. Okay. Who is
I'm
he
just trying
hire?
to- Yeah, you said human resource development, right?
Sure.
So like,
I hire the
That's-
Shaq pack.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
He did have the Shaq tag.
Think of the team he needed to create that.
Yeah.
That was like a whole meeting of the minds, and he had to figure out which minds to get together.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And
interesting.
transplant his brain into a car.
Yeah.
And but also still being a
And
human.
his voice box.
Yeah, his vote. Yeah.
Interesting. But I said, but also still be a human at the same time.
Yeah.
Cloning.
Oh, okay.
All right. So after that, Watch this other movie.
LGBTQ Tron of the
Saves the
Captain
universe.
LGBTQ Tron of saves the universe.
Yeah. Okay, so watched the trailer for it and was immediately sold.
Yes.
Like, this looks hilarious. It looks super entertaining.
And it was
Like a gem. And so we checked it out. Yeah, it was very of the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
It was a German movie.
I think
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Can't
well,
tell.
And the budget was only like $5,000.
Everyone
Yeah.
spoke English and it wasn't dubbed or anything, but
Oh, wow.
it was like so like this can't be American as we were going through it, and yeah, finally learned it was German. But my only critique of it could have used more of Captain LGBTQ Tron.
It definitely could have because he was awesome.
Every scene he stole the show. He was
my
so
God, yeah.
funny. I don't know. He has this Peter Sellers type of face. And nose and stuff like that. And something about his face just makes me want to laugh. I can show you a picture of him.
Okay.
And the other characters were cool and entertaining, and I guess drove the plot. But I don't know. I like that character a lot.
Yeah, that was a cool superhero. It was one that we didn't know we needed in our lives, but boy, are we glad that he entered our lives, and it was released this year.
Oh, it's a new movie.
it was released
New
this
movie.
December.
Oh, wow.
So
Like, literally just came out.
Yeah.
new movie, but it has like an older kind of look to it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
Very
Indiegogo.
art house, yeah.
So, yeah, it was an interesting movie. It was fun.
It's just the front IMDb poster. I definitely will keep this away from the
Yeah.
cameras.
Oh my god.
Wow.
You're laughing already. See? It's good stuff. It's fabulous, even.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah.
Okay.
There's a scene where they are like trying to show that they have this like heat towards each other, like these two characters, and it's not romantic. It's kind of like adversarial, and they both deep throat the shit out of hot dogs.
Oh my god, yeah, they do. Yeah, that was crazy. They both get the hot dog, and then they have like a
They're
deep
like the
throat fight.
skinniest hot dogs
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. It was like the IKEA hot dogs, I think, something like that, where they're long and thin.
Wow.
So yeah, that scene it goes on.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really funny, though. You think it's going to get boring? No.
No, it's great.
They sell it.
Yeah,
Huh. Is there a villain?
Oh, yeah.
that guy that he's
Yeah, and the battle with.
A naked woman.
yes,
That is
also
true. There is a
villain.
naked woman in there as a villain.
I think she's evil. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, it's a cahoots kind of thing.
Yeah, she's in cahoots.
Yeah.
It's a pretty complicated movie.
That sounds it. Yeah. Yeah.
Nolan-esque.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. They
That-
jump around the timeline, and
Oh.
you don't know when you're watching what scene.
Wow. Wow. Interesting.
It had like a little bit of a memento vibe, where it's like, okay, I'm getting this now. Okay, this
To
is
explain
information.
this,
Okay, this is okay, neat, but just not memento.
Okay.
Or else it would be memento.
True.
The hot
I
dogs.
see. So there's more than one super character in the movie.
No, that's the bad guy, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the villain.
Okay.
But he's not completely bad. He
Yeah.
was like corrupted, kind of thing. Like he was a good person, but since there was that weird love thing that didn't pan out with the other guy, right? The ones that's where it kind of like turned him evil because he was like turning into a priest. He was entering the priesthood. And he's like, I can't love you, and this and that, and that's what caused him to go like, I gotta turn the world into something.
Interesting.
Which might not even be the worst thing.
No,
according
not
to the movie.
necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that movie, watched another movie. Which were you aware of it already? Like, I feel like something inspired you to watch Ghoulies.
Oh, yeah, because we would always walk past the stupid box
tape
of the
at
DVD
Blockbuster?
box at Blockbuster. Yeah, and it would always be that little creature coming out of a toilet. Yep. But it's a horror movie.
Okay.
But it's like Gremlins based.
So it's like a comedy horror.
So it's Gremlins. It's Gremlins because
It was
more
not fun.
horror than comedy thing. It's funny that it's like that B movie.
It's funny when we're talking during.
Yeah, I don't. There's no part of it that I think went for humor.
Interesting.
They were playing it as the straight Gremlins. What came first, Ghoulies or Gremlins? Gremlins did come first. All right.
Like a ripoff.
Yeah, they're like, we gotta be more horror than Gremlins.
Yeah.
And,
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
it was fine.
It was fun.
It wasn't terrible at all.
I would give it a thumbs down. I'll be that guy. Yeah.
I thought it was once again. It's the lens of we watch it, we're making fun of it, we're having fun.
Doing
with
that
it.
is fun. Watching the movie on your own, trying to be like, is this a good movie? It's not a good movie.
Who was in that movie that we were like, oh my god, this actress is
Mariska
in there?
Hargitay.
Oh, that's right, Mariska Hargitay, really young.
Yeah.
And then whenever she wasn't there, you're like, where is Mariska?
Where is she? I need my Mariska.
My dose of Mariska.
Mariska Hargitay.
There's definitely weird parts of the movie, like
Yeah, that guy like turning into like a Satanist throughout the movie, like discovers the basement and he's trying to summon these things. He's like talking to them, and then these little things that look like members of my family like come out, and I'm like, oh, I remember you from the holidays.
yeah.
Oh.
So that's probably where it gives me that like thumb up.
And then he also summons just
So is it like puppeteered kind of thing?
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So just like Gremlins.
heavily, yeah.
Okay.
but they're not as fun. They
No.
just bite people.
Yeah,
Oh.
they drown people and
They
they
like
do other
slitting
bad things. They
throats.
do like slitting throats.
And they're barely
I
there.
love my puppets when they
True.
like slitting throats.
Because that was one of your comments. I've never seen Gremlins, but you were like, the Gremlins are pretty
You've
much
never
around.
seen Gremlins?
They're the whole movie, the Gremlins.
Yeah.
That's a holiday movie.
That's a
Yeah.
holiday. You could watch that right now.
It is,
There's a whole
actually.
list of stuff that's a holiday movie, technically. Other
Yeah,
than like
Die Hard.
Die
no,
Hard.
there's more than that. It's
Batman
they have it
Returns.
on. We were scrolling through yesterday. to
Iron
find
Man
something.
3.
Iron Man 3.
I forgot. Love Actually.
Well, sure.
It happens during Christmas.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Mean Girls because it
Home
happens during
Alone.
Christmas.
Yeah, Home Alone's definitely a
Alone.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Mean Girls because there's Christmas in Mean Girls. It's not the whole movie, but it's
Part of
a
it.
quarter of it.
I need some like rougher takes. What's like, what?
Jumanji.
That is a Chris. You know what? I have a connection.
Saw.
My wife's parents, they have these nutcrackers, and every time I go over there in the holiday season and see them, I'm like, that's the villain from Jumanji.
Oh.
And everyone looks at me like I'm crazy because I say because it's kind of absurd, but then I'll go out of my way and be like, and they're like, oh yeah, it does look like it. I'm like, yeah, it does.
I have a
Very
list.
specific looking.
in
Are you
front of
checking
me
it
of Christmas.
twice?
You gotta add Jumanji
yes.
to that list now.
It might be on this list. Little Women is a Christmas movie. Batman, we already said. Edward Scissorhand is a Christmas
Yes,
movie.
that's very.
Some of them
memory of
had
Edward
a
Scissorhands.
Ghost Story. For some reason, is a Christmas movie.
With that
Yes, that one with the sheep.
Casey Affleck one?
Yes, that one.
Mm.
Trying to see. Is there anything?
Is
He
that-
represents the Christmas tree.
Rachel, I see what you're looking at, and I don't know if seeing what Google just generates is necessary.
A Silent Night. What
You know, I would
Oh,
even
sure.
say
Silent Night.
Paul Blart
Wait, what?
is kind of Christmassy. I know that's maybe a rougher take, but it's like the mall, it's closed. That could
is
be
true.
a Christmassy thing.
Wait,
Got a
also,
Home Alone vibe.
at the end of Jumanji, with that party, is that a Christmas party? Where they meet each other again as adults?
Oh my God, it is.
You know what? I never seen Jumanji.
It is.
What?
Sorry.
You never seen Jumanji?
No.
Oh,
You have to watch all the Dwayne the Rock ones first.
Well, I mean, those seem like the more entertaining ones. Although Robin Williams is in the original.
Yes, you have to watch. It's good. I like it. The kid turns into a monkey face.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I could watch this as a kid.
And there's giant spiders.
Yeah.
I like that. I watched it a lot as a kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the heck out of you.
Dang. Just seemed too silly to me as a kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll watch it now.
Okay.
Mr. Clash, I'm going to walk by Ghoulies.
I was
That's too silly for me.
Yeah, that's what it was like for that too. I was like, this isn't Gremlins. I'm not watching
Narnia is
this.
technically a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Narnia.
yeah,
Now
that
I'll
makes
watch anything. I don't give a shit.
sense. Yeah, we mostly watch bad things, to be honest.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. A movie that I just watched that you guys have already seen, and I caught up on was The Whale.
I don't know. That's the thing we do. Okay.
Let's try again. I saw the whale.
It's very wolfy.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think.
think we all took a second try. That's wolfy. Let's do that again.
Yeah.
I think the problem is whales don't usually do it together the way wolves do. It's just fundamentally wrong. It's like a really like lonely whale sound that all of a sudden you have 5 of them.
Dolphin.
Anywho, for whatever reason, I had somewhat low expectations. I know the movie, was at a film festival, got like an 18-minute standing ovation.
18 minutes.
That's long.
24 minutes.
My hands are getting
Oh, okay.
I was using hyperbole in the first place. But it's always like even an 8-minute standing ovation that you hear about is like 8 minutes, seriously.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's because they don't know how to get out of the rows. I think.
They don't want to be the first person to sit
I think
down.
I'll hurt their ears and they'll start moving. So I thought the movie was super entertaining. I liked it a lot, and even though it's like a low budget, basically one setting, a movie, there's so much like emotions, and there's so like the plot is like an onion, and like the layers just keep it's super. And when I say enjoyable, I just mean like I was entertained despite how low key the whole movie was, and of course you feel very, very empathetic during the movie.
But you'd hate the daughter. The daughter's bad.
Yeah, she's, or is she?
I don't know. Yeah, she was mean.
She was taking pictures of people doing bad things that she set them up to do.
Entrapment. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
And she's the girl that's Mad Max
Oh.
from the Stranger Things.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 actors I recognize, her and Brendan Fraser. Yeah. So they I mean, I don't want to spoil the movie because I think it's a good watch, and once you guys get Paramount Plus one day, you could watch it. I know Rachel's very.
Oh, no.
She's
Distraught over
Been like
Paramount Plus.
Christmas music.
Oh.
Christmas
A subscription.
present.
inside a Lamborghini.
Inside a Lamborghini.
You can only watch Paramount Plus in the Lamborghini.
But like I guess like the movie tries to make you feel a certain way about the character, and then they present new information. It's just like that, but they do it in like a natural way that doesn't feel like they were like withholding things. It's just like the plot just had to get there, and like people are coming back into his life, and just the way like things unfold. Like you have to get past the pleasantries and get to the more specifics and the details. I feel like I had something. I like that he will refuse to go to the hospital. I thought that was funny.
Just wanted to finish that sandwich, man.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I don't know. Did anyone watch this movie feeling like that's me? I don't know. Like I felt very like I felt like it related to me for some reason. And I'm watching it with my wife, and she was like, "How does this relate to you?" I'm like, "I don't know. It just I feel like he's me. That's me. I am the whale." Yeah.
After a while, food's just really
Yeah.
good.
Do you ever just order 2 pizzas and just like stroll around your house going, yeah.
I mean, there has been times where we've ordered like 3 separate fast food places and eaten them in one sitting.
Yeah. In like a fury.
Oh, yeah. Nick Fury.
Yeah, with an iPad.
Then you just laugh after.
More, I say.
Interesting.
But yeah, I strongly recommend it. The movie wasn't too long. It moves, even though it's about a guy that sits still. And
he's a professor.
Oh.
Yeah, he's an online professor with a computer. It's like you keep and it's shot in a 3:4 aspect ratio, so it's like old TV. So it almost felt like it's like the low budget like afternoon movie that you could watch on like a network movie or something like that. That type of vibe. All right, you guys also caught up on Good Burger 2?
Yes.
Thumbs
We
up.
loved it.
You guys loved it?
So after
It's funny.
we talked about it, Mark had previously talked about it. Yeah, what'd you think?
I liked it. I thought it was funny.
Yep. I walked out and went, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I walked out, okay.
Okay.
I
But you guys
wasn't-
loved it?
That wasn't like,
I didn't find that music part where everybody's singing it as cringy. It was like, la, 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 la,
I don't know if I said it was cringy. I said it was bad. It was a bad song.
I thought it was perfectly fine.
To me, I was like,
Surprisingly,
he just imagined it.
Yeah, I think I pictured it way worse in my head, and it made it like bearable. So
That makes sense.
I was
That
like,
makes sense.
oh, I can't wait. This is the part. It's coming
I
up.
think we
makes
walked
sense.
in with like higher expectations than we should have, and walked out like, oh.
Into my house? After you recorded barbershop vocals? You walked down the stairs with high
Oh my
expectations.
god.
I had my nachos.
And then we were like-
nachos. Oh my god.
And then we were like, what do we watch? And like, I'm a
God.
Good Burger too. Sure.
Just playing it the whole time. Just like, we're gonna watch Good Burger 2 when we got
Right? I've been waiting for this all night, right?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was
Definitely
funny.
some, like,
It was kiddie.
yeah,
Very kiddie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But isn't that a little strange though? Good Burger 2 for kids.
I
Yeah.
feel like you're supposed to watch it with your kids. I think it's like
Yeah, but you felt there was a
family movie.
You felt
It's a
there was enough
callback.
like
I feel like there was enough people in it that, like, Danny Tamborelli and stuff like that. Enough people that it's like, oh my god, there's you and there's you, and then you tell your kids like, oh, they were doing this.
Did you notice how the whole SNL cast was in them?
Yes.
Was in them?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He called in a favor and said, everybody who's on the SNL cast, I'm going to need you to be.
We need actors.
yeah. Yeah, 100%.
it's bright, it's flashy.
Yeah.
Like it's the robot Kel is like.
They managed to tell another story
Oh my God.
with these characters. I think the way that you said it is the most appropriate. Like, if you're saying like, who is this movie for? It's not. I mean, it is clearly for some grown-ups to watch on their own without kids, for nostalgia reasons. But it is for like very much like trying to get you to watch a movie with your kids and try and just like get them in the same room to watch the thing together. And it's not like it's. I mean, sorry. I mean, it's definitely an S tier movie. It's so. But
AJ wasn't in the room when we watched. Let me make that very clear. He was in the other room watching The Grinch again.
Oh,
The
okay.
animated one?
Yeah.
He was in the other room watching the Stallones.
maybe I should watch that.
Yeah, he said, "I'm not
I was
watching
going to watch
this
that
shit."
last night.
Okay.
And then I was like, I don't know. And then I went on the one I fell asleep to. I was like, I don't want to fall asleep again. So.
Yeah, I want to watch the Cumberbatch Grinch.
Ooh.
I've never seen it. I want to watch it. Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
So, but you like Kel's kids and all that?
Yeah, I thought that was funny. He had
Spoilers.
like a million kids. One kid slept in the bathtub. It was quirky. I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep
Yeah.
in the tub.
Yeah, what was the reasoning? Because he's like gets to be wet or something like that? What the hell was
I don't
this?
remember.
Sleeping with the water in the tub, and he goes, you can sleep in it without it. And he goes, but it's not the same. Or
Yeah.
something like that. Why would you sleep in a tub without water?
Yeah.
Something like
It was very Kel.
Yeah. Oh my
All of
god.
them were Ed.
Yeah. Think of how dominant his genetics are.
Yeah.
That, like, he knocks up this poor woman, and every single time she spits out another clone of him.
It's pretty cool.
It was a little weird that Keenan's like, "That's your wife? Ooga ooga."
Yeah.
And then he's like,
Oh
"No,
my God.
that's your wife." Mid.
Yeah.
I feel like that was an adult joke in there because that nun was like, you're a nun? Really?
I'm trying to remember. There
The
was
babysitter.
Oh,
of
Carmen
the kid.
Electra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
She walked
Well,
out
she-
and I
she
was
was in
like,
the
who
first
is
one.
that?
I remember from the first.
because they knew her name. She was Roxanne, and they played the song Roxanne during the first one. Yeah.
When she walked out, I was like, who is that? And then I was like,
It's like,
oh,
I've
shit.
seen you.
It's like Joan Rivers is back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, who are you? And then, that played in my head when she came
Yeah,
out.
and then we all made whale sounds.
And for that 21 Jump Street lady, 22 Jump in Your Ass Street, whatever it was,
Whoa.
for her to be in there, I feel like she did the worst job.
Yeah.
For her to be someone that was in like big movies, I was like, her acting's really.
I don't know. It made me reminiscent of Amy Schumer, and I was happy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I could see it.
I was like, yes, this satisfies me. Me gusta.
me gusta.
Me gusta, me gusta.
All right, so I think we did it. We managed to get through the itinerary, which means that we're up to our final 2 chapters of the podcast. As we see Rachel rush to her phone, go to her unnamed sources to bring up what will be known as Rachel's Optimism Corner, 2024 edition.
All right. I got some. Oh, hi guys. Welcome to Optimism Corner 2024. You ruining my intro.
Oh my God.
Hi guys. Welcome to the Optimism Corner 2024. Nothing changes. Nothing gets better.
That's our new slogan.
yeah.
As long as you're alive, I guess that's
the
all that
optimism
matters.
we know.
There it is. All right. Crocodiles cannot stick out their tongue.
Whoa.
What?
Can't stick their tongue out of their mouth.
They could just open their mouth like.
Yep.
Like a Pez dispenser.
Why is this?
Yeah.
Go away. Okay. Let's see. Shark is the only known fish that can blink with both eyes.
What? What do you mean?
Blink with both eyes?
Like it can
that mean?
blink.
I didn't even
Like
realize
we
they could
can.
blink. I didn't know they had lids.
Sharks can blink.
Oh, the only fish that can blink.
Yeah, like
Oh.
they can blink in both of their eyes. I don't know what that means.
Wait, does that mean other fish only
they don't
do
go
one?
into details. I don't know what they mean by that.
Ask your genius AI, Tony.
Go on that, Geo.
I don't know.
I used to get mad when they didn't have
If
the
you
sounds.
sneeze too hard, you could fracture your rib.
Wow.
That sounds right.
And that's all I have for you guys.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Don't sneeze too hard. You will fracture your rib.
When you could get like a collapsed lung.
Yeah, and then you really die.
You know, not those fake dies.
Not that fake ass. I'm almost dying. I recover in the hospital. No, you dead.
They did. They
did.
never survive a collapsed lung. All right, so we have reached Alex's
The girl of bats.
Batwoman.
Mind if I eat
take
this?
it.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
So here's the deal. Batwoman, her friend, her Ryan is Batwoman still.
Okay.
Right. So her friend's in jail because she's like, hey, I killed the commissioner. So she's like, okay, I'm going to visit her in prison. And she tells her in prison, like, even though Batwoman came up with the idea, she's like, I'm making the center for kids to hang out and chill at because I think we need to get them off the streets. So they're like, oh, cool, nice. So let's go do that. So they show her. She's throwing the party. Fantastic. Everyone's happy. And then a guy walks in. He goes, hi, I'm with the Gotham Gazette. You guys have security here?
What? Got a question. What?
Yeah.
That's the question you asked?
At the Gazette.
Yeah, he works at the Gotham Gazette, and he's like, you guys have security here? And then they're like, no, leave. Like, we don't want to put more guns on the streets and in people's hands. We want to help the kids. It's definitely a statement. They're making a statement here. But he leaves, and then a guy comes in with a big gun and a big... Not just, it's a big blue gun, and it's shooting across the room, right?
Like a turret?
No, it's a laser. It's a big blue laser.
All right.
So I said, Mr. Freeze, because it's even got like weird smoke coming off of the laser, right? So it's like, oh, it's a Mr. Freeze gun. But I see it's leaving a big fire trail. So is the fire so hot that it's blue?
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
No, it was electricity, it turns out.
What?
Yeah, it was an electricity gun. So
Electricity.
yeah, the guy used a big fat electricity gun,
Okay.
which will be the gun for the episode.
Like electro powers or
Yes,
something like that.
but in a gun.
What in a gun?
So then Batwoman's like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. We just got attacked. What the hell's going on? So her thought is the same thought as the audience. It was definitely that guy that just walked in and asked if we have security.
Right.
So she goes to him and he's like, oh my God, I thought you were going to be big blue laser guy. She goes, no, why would you think that? He goes, because every community center I've been visiting has been attacked by different people with different guns. So there was this fire guy gun and there was this other gun guy. And every time a new community center opens, someone gets attacked like this. Then he gets attacked by the big laser guy. So, Batwoman has to stop him. Rachel, thoughts?
This shouldn't have happened the way it happened. And I would like to apologize to everyone that Everyone that Batwoman hurt. I would like to apologize sincerely and truly for the cast of CW. We are sorry.
Yeah. So, yeah. The guy gets attacked with the big blue laser too, and then Batwoman's like, okay, we have to find out who attacked you with the big blue laser. Even though they knock him down on the floor, and he definitely could have just not gotten away. They could have locked him up, but he gets away. So she goes to prison because apparently they tracked the only owner of this gun to jail. And they're like, he's been in his cell. He couldn't have gotten out. So she goes as Ryan to jail to interview him and ask him questions.
What is her day job again? Bartender?
Going to jail. She's been in jail more. She went to jail 4 times this episode.
Wow.
Time.
Yeah, because her friend's also in jail now. So she visited her twice and went to this. She literally went to prison 4 times.
She's still in jail, so she's in jail.
No,
Her
no.
friend's in jail. Oh.
She's not in jail. She just keeps visiting.
Okay, so she's
Consistently.
playing Monopoly.
Yeah, pretty much. Go. Yeah.
Yeah. Go to jail.
Find a clue. Go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's in prison. She's talking to the guy, and she's like, I need you to tell me what's going on and why these community centers getting attacked. And he basically said, fuck you, pig, bitch. Puh. And she goes, you don't have to say anymore. I know it was you. Because he's got a big scar on his face. And Luscious is like, that's impossible. He's been in jail this whole time. It's like, no, it's him. I know
She's
it.
like, I heard it from the graffiti.
Yeah, that was last episode. So what ends up happening is that turns out the city is the next day after this community center was attacked, the jail guy got a parole hearing.
Oh.
So turns out the city is giving prisoners parole after hiring them and letting them out to attack these community centers.
That's a little messed up.
The
Yeah.
city's doing that?
And then,
Good city.
yeah, to hide it, the next day there's a parole hearing for them every time. Next day, right after the attack, there's a parole
my
hearing every
God.
time. They're hiding it really well.
Do you have security? It's like ADT.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a B plot for this episode, so I'll go through that really quick.
Okay.
They chloroformed Kate's dad and gave him snakebite, the drug.
What?
So now he's addicted to the drug.
Oh, all right.
And he sees a therapist who's like, you're addicted to snakebite. And he's like, how did you know? Even though he's like, okay, snake bite. Yeah, what do you heard about it? What are the symptoms? Who
told you?
What makes it so addicting? And then he's like, how did you know? I was on it now. And
They gave it to him just to make him addicted to it?
yes,
That's a smart scheme.
yeah. And also, Roman Sionis is mad because Ocean is dead, and the other person that made snakebite is in jail or dead, and now he's like, no one else can make snakebite. This is a fucking problem we got going on. So then he shows up to Kate's dad's place and is like, I have this vial of snakebite I found on the streets. I know you're gonna know what to do with it, because he's trying to get him addicted for some reason.
Even though he ran out of like.
Yeah, he ran out, but he has enough to give
That's
for his scheme.
That's so weird.
That's very
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah. So that's the B plot. And then the therapist that he sees is also a mind wiping therapist that mind wiped Alice and Pennyworth, wiped both their memories.
Oh.
Everybody's able to do a million things in this
Yeah.
show. It's
like everybody's got
impressive.
superpowers.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. And she's wearing this really bad wig.
Oh my
I don't know
god.
why. If that's her hair, I'm so sorry. But
I gotta watch this show.
but it looks
This
like she's
show
wearing a
gets
wig. Next time,
better.
watch the episode with me.
This show
100%.
gets better and better every time.
Yeah, it's a fine wine. So now I can go back to the main plot. Ryan, as Batwoman now again, finally, goes to stop the construction guy who owns the jail. Turns out his plan is to keep people coming into prison, so not having the community centers, so his jails can be populated.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Then why is he letting people out?
So that's why he's letting people out to attack the community centers.
To get more in.
So,
to get more in.
so more people cannot go to the community centers and instead go to prison.
what?
That's how it
Because if
works.
you're not in a community center,
You're
you're
automatically
in
prison.
jail.
Oh, man.
And then,
It's the dumbest plan I've ever heard. But I love it.
you know what's on top of his plan?
Batwoman helped this plan happen really well. You know how Batman would usually just take down the fucker and then put a note on him or something, just tell the police, like, hey, this happened, this is what this guy is doing. Batwoman walks up to him and has a full conversation where she guesses his scheme, and he's going like this the whole time. He's like, and he's like, yeah, how did you know my plan? She goes, you just told me pretty much. And then he's like, well, I didn't tell you. I was stalling. And then 3 guys with electric guns come up.
Oh my god.
And Kate's like, I can't stop them. There's 3 electric guns.
Wait, Kate's back?
No, sorry, Ryan. Batwoman, sorry. I just remember Batwoman as Kate, so sorry. Batwoman's like, I can't stop them. There's 3 electric guns. What am I going to do? And then, lo and behold, Luscious shows up behind the guys with the 3 electric guns and zaps them with 1 electric gun.
Wow.
Sounds like he should be Batman.
Yeah. So now Luscious was like, I got them.
Oh my god.
And she's like, you didn't give me the giant electric gun to fight these guys? He goes, some things I need to do. Makes no sense how the fuck he even got there in time.
He hates her.
Fuck yeah, he does. He really does.
I love Luscious.
Yeah. And that's pretty much the episode, yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
What's going on with that Kate storyline? Is she still alive?
Roman Sionis has her.
She's still that corpse on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Just dead.
It's a Batwoman.
Yeah. And also Julia Pennyworth is they're trying to lead that story into like finding her because she's they said, what do you mean you don't remember going to all these places looking for Kate and having these phone calls with these people? So her and Alice are teamed up now, and she's like, I went to Bloodhaven and found Kate's corpse. And Alice goes, not according to your itinerary. And she just shows, like, on the book that she's like, did not go to Bloodhaven, did not find corpse.
Made poop.
Yeah, made big poopy at home. Stayed home, ate chips, watched Netflix.
It's quite an itinerary.
Yes. So, yeah.
Interesting.
You always ask the question at the end, how many...
Oh, yeah, how many bats out of bats? And
I think this episode was...
You seem like you're really...
yeah, you're invested. He just knows what the answer's going to be.
How many bats out of bats?
It's 15 tomatoes out of 35 bats.
Wow,
Okay.
interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone, I think that brings us to the end of the Pseudo Adults episode. We're just riding that wave along. So with that said, I think we finally reached the end. Here we go, everyone. Whoa!
Who are you?
Oh, well, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, I say whoa. That was the ending, whoa, everybody. Did you hear that? That was the ending, whoa.
Yeah, did everybody...
Oh my god, we live
Did everybody hear that? No, that's the ending. Whoa!
Oh my God.
Everybody!
That's the ending. Whoa, everybody! I think that means we're gonna catch you guys in episode 192.
Oh, baby. I'm Matt.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
This is Tony.
I'm sorry, I forgot to bring my microphone.
We're Pseudo Adults.